Now, I'm sure you've heard of first list, second list, third list, supplementary list, or batch, and you're wondering, what is all this? Well, in this video, I'm going to break it down what first, second, third, or if you like, supplementary list mean, and why some students will see their name in first list or second list, yet they will not get admission. I will also be giving you some leaks and some hacks on how to make sure that you must get admission into one of these lists this year. I say by fire by force, we are entering school. Let's check it out. Okay, now let me break it down. School does not release the admission randomly. They release admission based on certain principles. 1. Your JAMB score. 2. Your course competitiveness. 3. Your O-level results. And 4. Your catchment or your ALDS. I will explain that number 4 in details, so make sure you stay through to the end of the video. Now let's check the type of admission list that there is. I mentioned that you will often find first, second, third. Some may call the third list supplementary list. Let's check it out. Now the first list is the first, the strongest, the brightest list. This list contains the students or the candidates with the highest scores. If it's a school where post-UTME is done, that means these ones are the ones that had the highest score in that post-UTME exam after doing their aggregate with their JAMB and their O-level results. When I mean O-level results, I mean inclusive your WAEC, I mean your WAEC or your NECO. This list don't contain students with 2 sittings, meaning that if you had JAMB maybe 200 and you had 2 sittings, maybe you join your results together and then you now had like 60 post-UTME, you will likely not be found on this first list. This first list contains the strongest and the brightest scores for this admission calendar or this admission process. Now, most schools will often take their medicine, law, and engineering courses from this first list. Now, the second list is released after the first list. We also call that first list merit list. They believe that this one they deserve the admission by all means. The second list is where you will now see people that have 2 sittings. Maybe you did very well in JAMB or you didn't do so well in your O-level. So that second list is where most people should just wait for or rest for. You should not panic. Okay, just hold on for that second list. If you had very sharp JAMB score and you had very sharp O-level score, but you did not so well in post-UTME, your name will likely come out in second list. If you were sharp in all 3, your name will come out in first list, most likely. This is not a rule, but it's just the way the system works. Third batch or the third list is now the later admission list. This is the list where we now used to fill all the remaining admission, all the remaining slots. You understand? That's when in this list now you will start getting suggestions. That's when you see the school. You apply for computer science, the school may now give you software design or software something. You apply for agricultural science, the school may give you crop science. You understand? What they are doing with this third list is, let's just take all the remaining brightest people, or the people who at least beat or got to our requirements, or even they didn't get to our requirements, the ones that just fall short a little bit, they will now take all of them and start filling them into every other requirement, every other slot they have in the school. Remember that every institution is set up for money purposes first, because it's a business and the goal of every business is to have money first, is to make money. So this is just a way of making money, simple. So it is you that if the school now gave you livestock farming, when you know that you don't like because it's a ridicule to you, it is you that will now decide that no sir, I will not do this. I will go to other alternative to admission this year, or I will wait and write JAMB next year. It's not by force to accept an admission. You can decline it. Are you getting it? Don't just do what you do not enjoy or like to do. Then we have the final list, supplementary list. Many schools will stop with this third list, But then some schools go ahead to release supplementary list. Some also call it special list. So this special list now is let's just pick. Sometimes it could be random pick. Sometimes based on rumors, some lecturers or some faculties have slots. So based on that slot, they can now pick anybody, either their family, their friends, or one or two persons. They can pick them to occupy that list. And I've also heard that in some schools they can just even roll a dice and just say, okay, randomizer, give us 100 random students from students who do not perform well to fill in these admission pots that we have in our school, and then you might find your name come out in this final list. Now, after this list, that is all. Now, let's consider the factors by which universities accept students. 1, JAMB score. It's your primary filter. The higher JAMB score you have, the higher your chances of getting admission. As a matter of fact, if you had 300, Otiwale. Now your JAMB score. Then the next is your O-level results. So if you have one sitting, you have a higher advantage to those who have 2 sitting. That's why I often advise people, if you don't do 2 sitting, don't say I had maths, I didn't have maths here, let me sit for the next one and only focus on maths. No, always try to have all your results in one sitting. It also shows to your employer in the future that you are a sharp mind. There is a way they look at people who combine results together, like actually this person doesn't know what he's doing. So it's good to have your results in one sitting. Then they also base admission list based on screening score. What screening score? I've explained this severally. Is the aggregate when we put your JAMB score and your O-level results together. And if it's schools that use post-UTME, when we put your JAMB and your post-UTME together. If it's schools that use screening, one type of screening or assessment, they will put your JAMB, your O-level, and the screening score that the interviewer gives to you after the screening exercise. They will put you together, and with that, you will be placed into one of these lists. All right, so and then we have catchment or AODS. This is just educational or educationally less developed states. So in some cases, some schools will give preference to states that are less developed. So let's say or to some certain gender. The school may say, okay, because we want to create gender equality, or because we found out that in our school admission system, we've been having 70 or 80% admission to be girls. This year, we want most girls, or want to tilt it, so we want admission to go to boys more. So you see that more boys will be admitted, even though they score lesser than girls. You see the way it works. And sometimes some states may have preference, like okay, Osun State University now may say 70% of our admission goes to inhabitants of our state. So if you are from Lagos State and you are applying to Osun, you may have a higher score than a citizen of Osun and might be declined. Those are some peculiarities in the admission processes. So know this and know this. I hope that this video has been able to shed some light into your understanding of the types of lists that we have and how to prepare yourself for admission into this year. If you have questions or need clarity, please use the comment section to reach out to me. I'm happy to help you. And see you in the next video. Bye. Hi, I'm sure you enjoyed the video you just watched. To see more content as that, preparing you for your upcoming exam, make sure to smash the subscribe button and turn on notification. Also, remember that you can use the comment section to send us your questions or your inquiries, and we are happy to take them. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.